Hi everyone, I'm Avery Beau Wolinsky Christ incarnate. I am God incarnate, and my family is of Abraham on both sides and both lineages of Jesus Christ, so that I have emerged with a $57 quadrillion profit in my first 3 months of trading. I learned the broker method that will always profit without regard to how much money is involved or how much money can be made in a single trade. The reason for this video is that I wanted to share an excerpt, blurb, and my thoughts before the FINRA hearing, in which I will become King of America. I have made $57 quadrillion in the stock market in trades that I made in August 2003. Since then, the 57 quadrillion has grown to $285 quintillion, which is an impaired Bitcoin trade of 1 times 10 to the 33 Bitcoins. That's how much wealth should have been amassed by me personally. So, the reason I'm making this video is to let everyone know I saved the United States economy on August 15th, 2003. And on August 16th, 2003, when I was not paid, I spent the next 17 years wondering why. Neuralink light phone technology has enabled me to circumvent a problem of prospectus in the initial arbitration with FINRA at Fidelity Investments. Fidelity Investments is a gargantuan organization, but I cleaned them out. And they owe $285 quintillion and 1 times 10 to the 33 in Bitcoins. That is the purpose of the video on legendary trader Avery Beau Wolinsky. And this is an explanatory video explaining that my trading methods are so profitable that you can literally take lifetimes and lifetimes of whole nations of money, move it around, and always have 5% more in the next month or 2 or 3 months. So that is what I've been doing. That is how I made $285 quintillion. That will be settled in the Supreme Court of the United States of America, where I'm Chief Financial Justice, and that is a new development in the financial industry, as the Chief Court Justice of Finance. And it is my job and opportunity to inform you that I am regulating particularly the channels of CNBC and Fox News for financial information that may or may not be accurate. We assume all the information reported on CNBC is accurate, but some of the Fox News interpretations I take issue with. After the economic issues have been reported on and talked about on CNBC, the Fox News information and informatica, I just take and discard. So you can see it is late. There's no sunlight in this video, but this is my trading room. Mensa. Now, there are a lot of people who wonder how smart you have to be to do this, and the truth is, with a high school computer programming knowledge, I was able to make $57 quadrillion. It is the software written by Dean Kerchak, Robert Sucher, and Volker Knapp of Wealth Lab MS123 that I used their software to arbitrage for $57 quadrillion in one day. There were 3 trades that made about 16 quadrillion on average, and that was after starting with just 86,000. So the legendary trader video, I just have to expand upon in that I am the greatest individual trader and quantitative analyst of our time. I'm a financial scientist, and my growth from here can only be assured by the proper regulation of the financial markets. And it is my duty as United States Supreme Court Justice of the Financial Economies of the United States to make sure that all parties to every financial transaction are consummated and happy. Obviously, I can talk about a lot of things, but I started Angels of America to be a philanthropic, religiously affiliated organization of the United States, and to recognize Methodism, Christian, Catholic, and Judeo-Christian values as Methodist First Church of Christ. Nexiologians, we all are. As a nexiologist, I espouse the intellectual, psychological, and social aspects of the mind as always providing information about one facet of the other. And it is this facet of the intellectual that I find astonishing, in that I can prove it with IQ and income. The smarter you are, the more money you make. It's just that simple. So, in that same grain, the smarter the average employee is, the more money you can make investing with that company. So if you find PhDs abound at the most successful, like Goldman Sachs successful, and Jan Hatsis, I may keep you forever as an advisor. But I also want El Arian to know that during the times of Bill Gross, I thought his debates on the economies of the markets and the fluctuations of interest rates were some of the greatest television on bond stock market trading that I have ever seen. So here I am. I have my chart up, and I'm going to show you something. That's $57 quadrillion of profit. This was all transmitted via Neuralink. I created these fields and computed my very first trade. Made $17 billion. I'm the most awesome trader that has ever lived. And here's the greatest trade of all time. Buy Fambla 0.0433882743. Sell 3250. 35 quadrillion 946 trillion 583 billion 917 million $980,400. See, 0.043, 3250, and then this is the last trade ever made by me in Fambla. 0.84, whatever. Selling 116, netting 15 quadrillion 986 trillion 947 billion 703,496,600. And how, you may ask, is the broker method? When there's an ask price that's below the bid price, you bid the ask and you sell the bid. That's the broker method. It doesn't take any programming knowledge to really code. It just takes a software package that can read the bid and ask in real time. And once you can do that, you can make money hand over fist on an unlimited basis and save the financial economy. Had I not done those trades, the United States economy, like, you would have seen an S&P 500 minus 500 point day. That's how bad this fiasco was. For a stock in the S&P 500 to go from trading at $30 to suddenly being worthless and having a minute and a half to trade, what ended up happening with this 57 quadrillion, and the reason it's so hard to understand the facets behind this, in that how can this room have produced 57 quadrillion? Well, just simple fact is, if you were a Fidelity Investments client, you could have done it. And I'm the only one that ever did it. So don't go thinking that Jan Hatz's job is in jeopardy. But yeah, I'm coming for you. I'm going to get Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, and Microsoft into a SPAC corporation. But first, I want to have some fun. I'm going to take a sabbatical and start acquiring properties in St. Croix. In St. Croix is the easternmost part of the United States in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and I'm going to begin buying all the Virgin Islands, starting with St. Croix, just because I like the place. But I'm going to be building a villa on one of the islands near St. Croix, And, yeah, I should have been able to do that with my first marriage, and that didn't work out. She committed treason, and I just let it go and let her keep the condo. And in the meantime, she was out $57 quadrillion, and I didn't care. She didn't really know how much money I made or how much I was worth. She just paid the bills with my money on my credit cards and then stuck me with the bill. So yeah, guys, if you don't know me, I'm Avery Beau Wolinsky Christ. I am an ex-theologian, Methodist, First Church of Christ, Bachelor's of Science, PhD, Lamaze, MD, and CFA, McKinsey. All those acronyms mean is that I'm smarter than you, and I've written papers called IQ and Income that prove the more intelligent you are based on intelligence tests and your basic comprehension of educational attainment, you're able to predict with 67% accuracy how much money someone can make at age 40. Just age 40. And then you keep adjusting using the GDP deflator. So the reason for this video is to let you know what's going on with Beau Wolinsky, KC Capital Management, Beau World on the media. Basically, we're in the process of federal arbitration. We have used Neuralink Rupolian to determine that I made $57.162 quadrillion in August 2003 on the last days of FAMBLA, ASDAX, and ADAX. These were all Ponzi schemes that were buying each other's products and somehow managing to create financial records that were believable. Whatever. They almost destroyed $57 quadrillion of financial backlog. It really doesn't matter that I've made the money. The money was lost. The money that I made, I took a risk to make. The money that I took to buy the shares was already lost. It was already worthless. Whatever they did with it was going to be worthless anyway, so you may as well get something for it. So that is what happened to FAMBLA, ASDAX, and ADAX. They were all Ponzi schemes run by evil people, and I happened to profit from them. So I'm going to try to keep this video to 20 minutes and just kind of explain. I'm Avery Beau Wolinsky. I'm a Kentucky Governor Scholar and a graduate of Center College, Bachelor's of Science, PhD, Lamaze, MD, CFA, McKinsey, United States of America Supreme Court Justice, Financial Supreme Court Justice on the financial economies of the United States of America. All of the videos you see me post generally are just for fun. But this is a serious matter. On the 21st at 9:30, I'm going to have a conference call that I will absolutely record and play for you back. But it's going to be historic, and I'm glad I get to share it with you. You get to hear I made 57 quadrillion, and I'm going to settle for 285 quintillion 1 times 10 to the 33 in Bitcoins. Peace, guys. Go Mentha.